Mr. Morty, I cloned myself so you could kiss me as a baby.
This is just like a Morty baby.
In 2006 at Channel 101, I made a short called The Real Animated Adventures of Doc and Marty.
Don't be sad, Marty. We'll go back in time, and we'll make sure that your kite doesn't get stuck in the tree.
All right, Doc, that sounds great.
I had fallen in love throughout the course of making that cartoon with the voices of the two characters. I kept using those voices and things.
You know what she said to me?
Oh, Reggie, what'd she say, man?
Tell her what she said. Mitchell, I'm trying to do science in the basement, Mitchell.
Harmon calls me and he's like, hey, Adult Swim is asking me about an animated project. Do you have anything? Like, do you have any ideas? I'm like, well, what about, what about those characters?
I think we got as far as an animatic, and the animatic went over to Cartoon Network, and the thoughts coming back were, this is great in this way and that way and that way, and by the way, I think we should cast Morty. I don't think Justin should do both voices.
I just felt, wow, I don't like Morty. I really like Rick, but while Morty's funny for a couple minutes, I'm gonna get really tired of this. That was initially read as, could you recast Morty?
And I was like, fuck, okay. Because like I knew for me a big part of the show was like riffing back and forth with the character, doing both characters.
So Justin was terrified.
I know Justin was freaked out.
Harmon gave me really good advice. He's like, let's just see this through and let's see what happens.
We auditioned just 1 billion people.
I remember we submitted our top 3 and Lazo didn't like any of them. He was like, these are all just as bad. And we were like, okay, we got to get on the phone with Lazo.
I dreaded that phone call because I was like, man, now I'm thinking this is it because like everything's gonna fall apart. Mike Lazo's on the phone and I haven't worked with him that much, and he gets to the meat of it, which is like, it's not the voice, it's the fact that the character is such a punching bag.
I made a dinosaur!
You made a dinosaur!
Oh, I made a dinosaur!
Oh, Morty! Oh. What did you think was gonna happen, Morty? That thing makes dinosaurs when you touch it, Morty!
I made a dinosaur!
He was designed to be a stupid machine so that Rick could cuss at him. That's okay for 5 minutes, but if you're gonna make 10 half hours, it's not gonna work.
On that call, I said, listen, let me take another crack at the character. And he's like, that's fine, go for it. I started workshopping scenes. Harmon wrote me an email with like all these little paragraphs. So all of these scenes need to illustrate him standing up to Rick, because that never happened in the original pilot script, not once.
And one of them was they're in a flying car and Rick is drunk and he's gonna destroy the world with a neutron bomb.
She's probably nothing but trouble anyways.
Armin, neutrino bomb.
That's it, Rick! I'm taking the wheel!
Get off of me, Morty!
I'm taking charge of this situation, buddy!
What's gotten into you?
I'm pooped!
You love her so much, why do you
stand around like some sort of dumb...
What are you, crazy?
And just let you run the whole world?
All right, Morty, all right. I'll land.
I get a call at like 8 in the morning. It wakes me up and it's fucking 415 area code. I'm like, oh shit, this is Adult Swim. So I answer it and it's Lazo. And he's like, all right, I watched the stuff. All right, you got it. You can do Morty. And I'm like, fuck, okay, holy shit.
Morty, to me, is one of the deepest characters in the show now because he has to deal with the most, and he, in essence, is the audience. When I watch Rick and Morty, I am Morty.
It's funny because it's like it was one of the worst crises to happen in the history of Rick and Morty's development, the potential of Justin not doing both voices, and it was the greatest thing that happened. It was this final puzzle piece.
I mean, listen, it is humbling to see how big this machine has gotten. Like, there are times where I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? It started out as me making dumb cartoons with my friends in my apartment, and now it's me making dumb cartoons with hundreds of amazing people.
I've seen some of the episodes 10 times. They don't get old. I mean, that's the basis of great entertainment. I want to see it again.
I mean, it really is cool to think back about how it all began. The best thing about it is that it proves a certain religion right, which is be yourself, work with your friends, don't tell jokes that don't make you laugh, don't tell stories that don't make you cry, and everything else is going to come out in the wash. Otherwise, what good is capitalism if it can't figure out what's awesome? I don't know. I'm babbling at the end. Can't even do my fucking documentary interview right.